Well, hello everyone. It's great to be back with you again on YourTV as I provide another update for the city of Belleville as we deal with these COVID-19 times. This week's update is for the week of May the 17th, 2021. And if you've ever watched the movie Groundhog Day, some days it seems like the same theme of that movie where we're repeating a lot of what we did, and we're certainly repeating some of what we did a year ago as we prepare for our summer and for some of the anticipated relaxations. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everybody for their patience and for their hard work and for their understanding and compassion for our fellow residents as we try to do the very best we can under these really, really difficult circumstances. So thank you. This week, we started off the week in terms of the numbers. We started off the week with 15 new cases on Monday, but with a number of recoveries, that brought us down to 62 active cases, which is more than half of what we were a few weeks ago. So that is excellent news. Unfortunately, there are 14 people in hospitals in our region. 6 are in an intensive care unit and 5 are on ventilators. So this is a very serious illness, as we've spoken about in the past, and we've got to take it seriously. But while our active case load, or the numbers that are currently active, are going down, and they're going in the right direction. So thank you to everybody who's cooperating. Since the beginning of COVID last year, we've now had 1,067 individual cases. And as I sometimes have spoken about those variants of concern, the mutations of the original coronavirus, we've now had 424 variants of concern, people with those infections, just 8 at the beginning of this week. So, obviously those are the concern, and it's so important that we get vaccinated. Our testing continues to be really good as a region. We tested by the beginning of this week, 139,822 residents have had tests, and that is an excellent number. Again, some of the highest testing numbers in all of Ontario. The good news, what we call the light at the end of the tunnel, because that's what's going to allow us to get back to a more normal lifestyle, it's vaccinations. And this week, I am so happy to share with you that we're over 70,000 residents who have been vaccinated. So 73,234 have received a first dose. That's about 40% of our entire health unit population. So that is really, really good as we move along. 5,756 have received both doses, so they are fully vaccinated. And that is very, very good news. If you would like to see this information that's now on the screen showing the number of vaccinations and how many are fully vaccinated in percentages, you can go to this website, hpepublichealth.ca. and you can see what is happening in our region. I check that probably on a daily basis just to stay updated. And every day by 1 o'clock, it is updated by the health unit. Want to thank Dr. Oglaza and his team for the excellent work they're doing and trying to keep you informed and up to speed. Very soon, I will be able to make a wonderful announcement about the date that the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center will begin being a site for vaccinations. We are just finalizing the arrangements. We're finalizing the supply of the vaccines that are coming in on the schedule. And we will be making an announcement about the days that residents can start going to the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center for a vaccination. Our staff have been doing an amazing job there preparing for this. We're looking forward to it, and it'll be a busy place as a lot of residents get their vaccines. Well, since the last time we had a little update, my goodness, have we not had some wonderful weather? It's spectacular, and it makes, I think, everybody's feeling better. You can see it. It's so wonderful to see people outdoors taking part in so many different activities. Last week, Belleville City Council at our meeting, we also supported or endorsed a resolution to expand the amount of outdoor activities that people in Ontario can do. We took a strong position that we don't understand why golf cannot be allowed to move on, but also other outdoor activities, and that includes boats and marinas and other outdoor activities. If you socially distance, if you are in the outdoors, and if you wear a mask, if you're too close and you can't socially distance, it's safe, and science has shown that. So we're encouraging the province to look at its restrictions, to relax them further, and I'm hoping that we'll have some good news about that here shortly. The current restriction period, or this lockdown, is scheduled to go until June the 2nd. So we've got about 2 weeks to go, depending on what day of the week you're watching this video, and we're very much looking forward to it. I believe our region is ready to go back to that color-coded designation that we had before, and so that we can start having more outside activities. But in the meantime, this weather really allows you to get out and enjoy yourself and spend some time, safely with your family and the people you live with. So all of our paths in the system, our parks, our playgrounds, the boat launches, they're all open, and I encourage you to use the wonderful environment that we live in to its full advantage, and to take advantage of it. Also, this is the long weekend coming up. And so our wonderful city staff are getting everything ready. They've been working very hard this spring on spring cleanup. I think almost everybody's street has been swept, and they continue to work really, really hard getting all of our operational and all of our outdoor activities ready to go. I just got to look at my my notes there. Everything is now opened, and we're now maintaining and catching up on it. So, please take advantage of all the services the city have. It will be different than last year. If you recall, last year we made the difficult decision not to hire summer staff that we would bring on to help us with the seasonal workload, and we were a little behind, but this year it is better, and we continue to provide those services for our residents. I do want to say a very big thank you to all the women and men who work for the city of Belleville, who work in all our different departments and have been adjusting to provide services for all of you, the residents, to make sure that you're not missing anything, that you can count on the city of Belleville. And especially because this is National Public Works Week, where we honor all the women and men who work in our public works facilities and work in those operations. Everything from outdoor spaces and the maintenance and the expansion of those services, but also all of our roads, our buildings, our water treatment facility, our sanitary treatment facility, everything that the city does in those areas. Those are all women and men who are committed to making sure that you can rely and take advantage of those services. And we are so lucky. And on this week, we do want to say a very big special thank you to all of them for the hard work. But of course, everyone who's involved in our society and working hard, from our first responders to our head of healthcare workers, and to the folks that are working in the grocery stores and truck drivers and you name it. We appreciate everybody's efforts to make our place such a wonderful community to live in, and we look forward to further relaxations over the summer to get us to a point where we can all go back to somewhat normal, and we're looking forward to that. So that is my update for this week. I certainly want to wish everybody a wonderful long weekend as we celebrate Victoria Day. And Victoria Day is named after Queen Victoria, who was obviously the Queen of Great Britain and Canada at the time of Confederation. And Queen Victoria chose Ottawa as the capital city for our country. She made a lot of decisions about our system of government and our laws and legal system and all those types of things. And truly, she must have been onto something, because today we are one of the best countries in the world in which to live. And so we do look back on our history and our heritage with gratitude. We are a modern, thriving country moving forward. And certainly, I think we'll take a moment this weekend to think of her and pass along our thanks. And we will also be thinking about you and your families, and we hope that you're staying safe. So with that, I will say goodbye. If there's anything that I can ever do, please don't hesitate to contact me through my City Hall office. But in the meantime, have a wonderful weekend and stay safe, everyone.